Hello Foods 1. I hope you all had a nice long fall break and you're ready to get back to work. We have one more week of online learning and then next week we'll be back in school and it will be the end of the quarter, so make sure you're using your time wisely and getting caught up on any of your missing assignments, not just for my class but for all of them. Today we're going to talk about the Dietary Guidelines. Now, the Dietary Guidelines are written by the USDA and they're designed to work with my plate. The USDA gets together every 5 years and they look at the overall health and nutrition of Americans and decide what kind of reminders we need to help try and get us healthier than we are right now. So the current set of dietary guidelines are the 2015 to 2020. They should be revising them right now, and they'll release them next year for 2021. Usually they come out in about late February, early March. So this set, there's just 5 of them. So on your graphic organizer, you just need to type the 5 dietary guidelines in each box for the first page. So number 1 is follow a healthy eating plan across the lifespan. So they want us to remember that all food and beverage choices matter. And you need to choose your healthy eating pattern based on your age, your gender, and your activity level. All right, if you do that, that will help you maintain a healthy body weight, it supports your nutrition, and it reduces the risk of disease. So follow those eating plans that we looked at when we talked about My Plate before we went online. Number 2 is focus on variety, nutrient density, and the amount. So nutrient density means that a food has a lot of vitamins and minerals, and the guideline is 10% or more. And then it's under 200 calories. So that's kind of how you can tell if a food is nutrient dense. And we're going to use that term a lot throughout the rest of the semester, is nutrient dense. They also want you to focus on variety because one food cannot give you all of the nutrients. So you need to have a variety within all of the food groups, like different fruits and vegetables, especially different colors, because those kind of determine what vitamins and minerals they're high in. Eat a different variety of dairy products, or if you can't digest dairy, find an alternative. Just make sure that you're having a variety so you get all of the nutrients. All right, one way to check for nutrient density is to read the label and to just raise a finger. So if the food has 10% or more of vitamin A, you're going to put up your index finger. 10% or more of vitamin C, you'd put up another finger. If it has 10% or more of calcium, iron, if it has 5 grams or more of protein, and 10% more of fiber. Now, there are a couple times when you have to take down a finger. If it has 10% or more of total fat, or if it's more than 200 calories per serving, then you have to remove a finger. So, if any of your fingers are up, that food is considered nutrient dense. So there's a little trick you can do to determine if a food is healthy or good for you. Number 3 is limit your calories from added sugars, saturated fats, and reduce your sodium intake. We all know that sugar is not good for us, especially when it's added sugar. So we need to cut down on sugar, fat, and then sodium is salt. And so try and choose things that are low in salt. Number 4 is shift to healthier food and beverage choices. All right, choose those nutrient-dense foods and especially nutrient-dense beverages. Guys, soda is not nutrient dense, all right? We need to make different beverage choices because the beverages we're choosing do have a lot of sugar in them, and so we need to do better with our beverages. All right, then number 5 is support healthy eating patterns for everyone. All right, and this includes physical exercise as part of the healthy eating pattern. Children and teens should be physically active for at least 60 minutes every day. All right, now we have different calorie needs, and when we looked at My Plate, you were supposed to tell your age and your gender, all right, because your calorie level, how many calories you need every day, is based on your age, your gender, and your activity level. All right, the more active you are, the more calories you need to burn it off. So if you're like on the football team or the volleyball team, basketball starting soon, the swim team especially, they need more calories than people who are more sedentary in their lifestyle. So those are the 3 things that your calorie needs are based on. Now, we talked about eating a variety so that you get all of the nutrients you need. And so we're going to kind of review the 6 nutrients from the video you watched last week. All right, we're going to start over here with carbohydrates. Now, carbohydrates have 4 calories per gram. All right, and its main function is to give us energy. It's our body's preferred energy source. It's easier for your body to convert carbohydrates to energy than it is protein and fat. The next one that gives us energy is protein. There are 4 calories per gram. So remember, protein and carbs is the same, and it is there to build and repair. We think of protein as we just need it for muscles, but really every cell in your body needs protein. So it's super important to help with that building and repairing. Then last, for the calorie nutrients, we have fat. There's 9 calories per gram. So you can see it's double how many calories protein and carbs have. All right, we need fat in our diet. Fat gets a bad rap sometimes, but you need it. It's insulation, protection, reserve energy. We need it for certain vitamins, so it has an important role. It's not 100% bad. We just need to eat less of it. So those are the only 3 that give us calories. We call those the energy-producing nutrients: carbs, protein, and fat. The other ones don't have calories, but they're still necessary. So we have vitamins. It helps with growth, metabolism, and nerve function. We have water. There's no calories. It's for hydration, and we need to drink more water. A lot of us are dehydrated. If you're thirsty, you're dehydrated. Drink some water. And then we have minerals. Again, that has no calories, and we need it as part of our bones and our blood. Now, there's also fiber. Now, technically, fiber isn't considered a nutrient because you don't digest it. All right, but you need it because it aids in digestion. In other words, it helps you poop. All right, constipation, diarrhea is a huge problem for Americans. We need to focus more on fiber. It's not they can't classify it as a nutrient because we don't digest it, but it's important, so we're going to include it for this class. Now, no one food will give you all of these things. That's why it's important that you eat a variety so that you get all of these different nutrients. The next thing that the dietary guidelines want us to watch is our portions. So portion control is how much you're actually eating. So when you pour cereal in the morning, the actual serving size is anywhere from a half cup to 3/4 of a cup, kind of about the size of your fist. Do you pour that much cereal? Like, be honest. Do you? No, you don't. You fill the bowl, and then you fill the bowl with some milk. And so we're eating more than we need to. All right, so I want you to look at this graphic down here. Here's like a hamburger meal with fries. Here's what you're served, and then here's what you actually should be eating. It's like half of that burger, half of the fries, less ketchup because ketchup has a lot of sugar in it actually. We don't really think of it as a sugary food, but it is. All right, not quite so many pickles. All right, so portion is how much you're actually eating compared to what you should be eating. I have another few examples. So part of the problem is that our dinner plates have gotten bigger. Like if you look at the 60s, the dinner plate was about 8.5 inches and it holds about 800 calories. All right, then in the 80s, they got a little bit bigger. It's 10 inches and it holds 1,000 calories. The 2000s, it's 11 inches. It holds about 1,600 calories. And then where we are now is we expect these ginormous dinner plates, and it holds almost 2,000 calories, 1,900. So you can see our portions are way out of control. We're eating way more than we should. All right, so to help you with portion control, your protein, whether it's beef, chicken, pork, seafood, whatever your protein is, it should be about the size of a deck of cards. All right, if it's any bigger than that, it's too much. Half of a cup of fruits and vegetables should be about a computer mouse size. A baked potato or cereal, those kinds of things should be about the size of your fist. A slice of bread shouldn't be any bigger than a CD case. A cup of grains, including cereals, is about the size of a tennis ball, or half of a tennis ball. And then your fat, like peanut butter, butter, oil, is about the size of a ping pong ball. So pay attention to your portions because we're eating way more than we should. All right, one thing that can help us eat healthier is to read the food label. And again, you can do it to determine if a food is nutrient dense, and you can just look at it to see how many calories you're eating. So the first thing you're going to see is the serving size. So this is 2/3 of a cup. All right, and then the calories is going to be kind of right up here, and it's going to be a bigger font because we want people to notice that. And then you have the nutrients, like we have fat, we have cholesterol, sodium, carbohydrates, and protein. Those are those energy producing nutrients, fat, carbs, and protein. How much does the food contain? And then down here, there will be vitamins listed. Vitamin D, calcium, iron, potassium. Sometimes they add vitamin C or folate. It just kind of depends on what you're eating. So the last part of your assignment, I want you to go and choose 2 food labels. It can be anything that you just have in your house, all right? And I want you to look at what the amounts are for each of the different nutrients and fill out that last page. All right, I hope you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you again on Wednesday. Bye.